Now on Good Morning Northwest, an unprecedented argument in the Supreme Court. Former President Trump saying he was above the law during his presidency. As legal proceedings continue, we have updates on what comes next.
Potential showers for today, but not as much as we need, not as much as we want. But your full weekend outlook is coming your way.
Plus, a woman threatened with a gun just days before a teen shooting took place in North Spokane. Why she says the situations may be connected. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant. It is Friday, April 26th. Robin has the morning off. Let's get right over to Mark Peterson with a look at our forecast with what we can expect today heading into the weekend.
Yeah, wrapping up this week, which has been a fairly mild week the last couple of days at least. And the 4 things we need to know. It's going to be clouds and another mild day. Isolated showers coming in this afternoon. We're going to have, again, more energy into parts of Idaho. But our weekend is going to be mostly dry between Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, eastern Washington. So, once again, we've got the Post and 46 degrees. Coeur d'Alene, we're at 47 degrees. But we do have a mix of sun and clouds, or at least blue sky and clouds. The sun is officially up, by the way, happened at 5:40. Satellite and radar really showing these spotty showers all over the place. It is, again, more numerous as we look south of Spokane and then working its way east and then northeast out of our area. Still going to be dragging behind some scattered showers. 49 downtown currently, 41 into Spangle, up into Deer Park, 46. And again, North Idaho, Hayden, and into Post Falls, you're into the mid-40s. Our day today, yeah, we're going to have clouds, some sun breaks, and a high of 61 officially.
The Supreme Court is now considering former President Donald Trump's unprecedented legal defense that he has absolute immunity from alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election because he was acting in official duties as president. Lawyers for special counsel Jack Smith arguing no president is above the law. ABC's Jay O'Brien has more.
This morning, the Supreme Court weighing former President Trump's unprecedented claim, absolute presidential immunity. The argument a president can never face criminal prosecution for anything they do in office linked to their official duties.
Without presidential immunity from criminal prosecution, there can be no presidency as we know it.
The claim central to Trump's defense in the January 6th case brought by special counsel Jack Smith. Trump asserting many of the election interference efforts Smith alleges were official acts. Liberal justices not buying the argument.
Framers did not put an immunity clause into the Constitution. Wasn't the whole point that the president was not a monarch and the president was not supposed to be above the law?
Responding to Justice Sotomayor, Trump's attorney arguing a president assassinating a political rival they view as corrupt could even qualify as an official act and not be subject to criminal prosecution. But conservatives on the court, while not fully embracing Trump's defense, maintaining a president needs some protections from prosecution.
He makes a mistake, he's subject to the criminal laws just like anybody else. You don't think he's in a peculiarly precarious position?
Playing out at the same time, Trump's alleged Stormy Daniels hush money trial in New York, where former National Enquirer editor David Pecker testified ahead of the 2016 election. The magazine bought a story about the former president's alleged affair with a Playboy model and buried it, a tactic known as catch and kill. Trump has pleaded not guilty in the case.
Ultimately, if the justices choose to send this matter back down to the trial court, as some appeared ready to do, that would mean significant delays for Trump's election interference case. Jay O'Brien, ABC News, Washington.
In Maryland, the first cargo ship has left the Baltimore harbor since the deadly collapse of the Francis Scott Key Bridge. It's a sign of recovery at the key U.S. port. This trip went through a new temporary channel that was made around the wreckage. Now, officials predict a permanent channel will be available within the next 5 to 6 weeks. Crews have removed nearly 3,000 tons of wreckage from the tragedy where the ship slammed into the bridge last month. 6 construction workers were killed in that collapse. Well, new developments in the shooting we told you about yesterday here on Good Morning Northwest. A woman at an apartment complex where a teenage boy was shot tells us she was threatened with a gun just days before it happened. The original call to dispatch came in saying that a teenager had shot himself in the back, but police believe another teen is involved. That shooting took place near Koza in Nevada, right next to the Center Court Apartments. Amber Montgomery lives at that complex. She told us last Friday she was getting ready to leave to get her daughter daughter from daycare when a group of teenagers who lived there started acting out of line. When she went to confront them, one teenager pointed a gun at her.
Right as we get in front of our leasing office, he turns around and pulls a gun on me. Here we are 4 days later, and someone is now shot. Coincidence? I don't think so.
Now, as of right now, we don't know if this is the same teenager who was involved in that shooting, but Amber says police never showed up in person. They did give her a call over the phone, but SPD says there wasn't enough probable cause to make an arrest. Police say there's no new information they can release about this case. The Adams County Sheriff's Office is searching for this man who left in the middle of his own trial in Ritzville. John Diagonal was on trial Wednesday for a burglary near Odessa, but after the trial's lunch, he didn't return to court and was then found guilty. Anyone with information about his whereabouts should contact the Adams County Sheriff's Office. Well, are you looking for a new page turner to add to your collection? Friends of the Library is getting ready for a book sale. There are some great opportunities to get some inexpensive books in the next few days. You can get a book for as low as $1 at the Spokane Friends of the Library book sale. It's at the Shadle Park Library and open to everyone from 10 to 4:30 and Saturday from 10 to 1. And in Idaho, the Friends of the Community Library Network semi-annual book sale starts today. All of the money it makes will sponsor grant requests to support library programming for both kids and adults. You can head to the Hayden Library from 3 to 7 today and Saturday from 10 to 3. And for more information about all these sales, head to KXLY.com. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:06. As we're heading out the door today, what can we expect? Mark's going to tell us.
Calm conditions, winds to 6 miles an hour. Temperatures in the mid-40s heading out.
Not bad.
Yeah, it's really not. In downtown, temperatures are now in the upper 40s, so it is a mild start to the day. There's a beautiful live look. We're going to have a full check of your forecast for the weekend coming up.
And still to come, a malicious AI recording cost a Maryland school principal his job. What it said and why a fellow employee is to blame. Next. Plus, an out-of-the-world tree is now taking root at an Orchard Prairie Elementary School. What makes this sapling so special? We'll tell you right after the break.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Findlay Downtown Toyota.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Schedule now for spring and receive $500 off.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and cool. Your comfort is Andy's priority. Stay cool this summer with a new air conditioning system from Carrier and turn to the experts. Andy's offers a wide range of top quality air conditioning systems that are both reliable and environmentally friendly. Andy's team of experts are highly trained and experienced, so you can stay comfortable with Andy's hassle-free installation service. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Who am I?
I can't believe I have no lines in my face.
It's a facelift in a jar.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Greenhut, the CEO of Plexiderm. We've created the best offer yet with our Plexiderm 10-Minute Challenge. All it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of under-eye bags, wrinkles, and crow's feet. So if under-eye bags and wrinkles make you look tired and older, try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping.
Since 1937, Skelton's Flooring has had you covered. And now, Skelton's is celebrating the grand opening of Floor Trader Outlet. Friday, April 26th. Come in for food, drinks, giveaways, and special pricing. Skelton's Floor Trader Outlet buys huge quantities of flooring to provide low prices on high-quality products throughout the store. Skelton's Floor Trader Outlet. Come help us celebrate our grand opening. Friday, April 26th at 5951 Airport Road in Pullman.
It's the once-a-year spring tune-up event this week at the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
Hi, I'm George, and I'm offering great deals on over 300 of the best rigs in the region.
And this weekend, when you purchase a vehicle from Cal, you can get up to $600 in free upgrades, like light bars, custom grills, or tires and rims to customize your ride, making it the perfect time to visit Cal.
Like the deals and love your wheels.
When it comes to quality roofing solutions, trust the experts at Roofs by Premier. Roofs by Premier has more than 50 years of experience in the Inland Northwest. Schedule now for spring and receive $500 off.
The time is now 6:10, and here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Artificial intelligence might be the new cash cow of Silicon Valley. It's allowing Google's parent company to offer its first ever dividend payments. That's despite of a new report showing broader economic growth is becoming sluggish. Now, Microsoft is part of that revolution too. It's posting a 17% revenue increase for the same period. Meanwhile, AI is at the center of a dispute in Maryland. Police say a recording allegedly used to frame a high school principal was generated in part by artificial intelligence. The now former athletic director of this high school in Maryland is accused of trying to retaliate against his boss, the school principal, with a recording of a racist rant. The recording led to the principal's removal. The former athletic director, who denies his involvement in the recordings, faces several charges, including stalking, reckless endangerment, and disrupting school operations. Well, TikTok's Chinese parent company said it won't sell the social media platform as the United States ban looms. On Thursday, ByteDance denied plans to sell after reports surfaced it was exploring the sale of TikTok's U.S. business without the algorithm that recommends videos to users. Now, this is the first official response from the Beijing-based company on the issue since President Joe Biden signed a bill that could lead to a nationwide ban.
It's 11 minutes past 6 o'clock. It is a Friday, just keeping you up to date. 10-second takeaway, going to be clouds a mile today. Isolated shower in the early afternoon, it looks like right now for timing. Grab your shades, you could see the sun for a little bit. 61 the high.
An extra special sapling is now growing at Orchard Prairie Elementary School. Now, what makes it so special is that it was part of the NASA's Artemis mission that flew past the moon. Now, Orchard Prairie was selected to get one of these out-of-this-world saplings, with one sixth grader saying she's excited to watch it grow.
It's a sycamore tree, apparently, and it's going to be around for 200 years, they told me. So I thought that was cool because this school's been around for almost 130 years. So I thought, hey, my grandkids could see the tree.
And probably her great-grandkids, too. Now, this is just one of the 2 moon trees that are being planted in the state of Washington. Very cool. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:12. We're coming up on the 50th anniversary of the Expo 74 celebration, and students had the chance to learn all about some of the most defining moments in Spokane's history firsthand. A look at their real-life history lesson coming up next. And as we send us off to break, here's a live look at the pavilion this morning. Just a gorgeous shot. We'll be back with a full check of weather with Mark Peterson. That's coming up next.
Tires do more than keep your vehicle moving forward.
At Perfection Tire, we maximize your safety, fuel efficiency, and driving comfort with the right tires for you.
Quality Cooper tires, knowledgeable people. Nobody beats perfection.
Hi, welcome to Coeur d'Alene Honda.
Thank you. I've been coming to Coeur d'Alene Honda for years, and they always treat me just like family here.
Our customers love how easy it is to do business with us.
We have Hondas that fit everyone's budget.
Awarded Dealer of the Year and rated 4.7 on Google.
All new Hondas and select pre-owned come with our nationwide lifetime warranty.
Plus, all new Hondas come with 2 years free maintenance.
Which Honda would you prefer? Coeur d'Alene Honda with the lifetime warranty at no additional cost to you, or the other guys?
Don't forget about our lifetime warranty. Due to some frozen pipes, we're currently making some changes to the showroom.
We know that shopping in a construction zone is no fun. And to thank you for sticking with us, we're throwing a construction sale.
Pardon our dust while you shop our amazing selection of La-Z-Boy recliners and living room sets, all at guaranteed lowest prices.
Looking for a new dining set? We have 3, 5, and 7-piece sets that are all on sale.
Like most construction jobs, we don't know how long this sale will last.
So come in now during Kerner Furniture's construction sale. Nice store, low prices.
It's the once-a-year spring tune-up event this week at the Cal Superstores in Airway Heights and Coeur d'Alene.
Hi, I'm George, and I'm offering great deals on over 300 of the best rigs in the region.
And this weekend, when you purchase a vehicle from Cal, you can get up to $600 in free upgrades, like light bars, custom grills, or tires and rims to customize your ride, making it the perfect time to visit Cal.
Like the deals and love your wheels.
This year, make your home more energy efficient and beautiful with McVey Brothers Roofing, Siding, and Windows. Did you know McVey Brothers sells the popular Coeur d'Alene windows? And last year, the 6000 Window and Door Series won the prestigious Energy Star Efficiency Award. Well, right now, when you purchase a 6000 Series window, we'll match your energy rebate up to $10 per square foot. Plus, give you $500 off any roof you add to the job. At McVey Brothers, we're always working for you.
Nice work. You take card?
Can I get a check?
Sure. Let me go find one.
Thanks.
Check behind the VCR. Can I be frank? You're cutting off potential clients by not offering card payments. That's like only watching one channel.
That's fine. World War II channel.
One type of music.
Postmodern polka.
One chain.
Don't be a hater.
Try our mobile card reader.
Oh, good. You do take it.
Welcome to the future.
All right, let's power up.
Nice. 2 hands. 10 and 2. STCU Business.
Perfection Tire uses the latest innovative automotive equipment and technology.
Plus, get the specialized touch of our certified techs who provide knowledgeable, caring service.
Cutting edge tech, down to earth people. Nobody beats perfection.
Our spring savings event is happening now at George Gee Kia Spokane.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Welcome back. The time is now 6:16. Now to rising tensions on college campuses across the country overnight. Protests over the Israel-Hamas war have escalated, and in some cases, they've turned violent. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has the details.
Overnight clashes between police and pro-Palestinian protesters intensifying on college campuses. At Ohio State University, police in riot gear approaching hundreds of protesters, some of them fighting with officers. Dozens of people detained. Earlier in Atlanta, a state trooper was seen repeatedly tasing a man at Emory University. The Georgia Department of Public Safety says the man was resisting arrest after responding officers were met with protesters who threw bottles and refused to leave, adding troopers deployed pepper balls to control the unruly crowd but did not use tear gas.
I saw police knock students to the ground.
Dozens of people also detained at Emory, including this professor.
Can you call the philosophy department office and tell them I've been arrested?
Across the country, more than 400 people were detained yesterday on dozens of campuses as pro-Palestinian protesters demand schools divest from companies that profit from ties to Israel. Protesters near Chicago now setting up tents at Northwestern University. Officials say school policy prohibits the encampment, but protesters formed a human chain to prevent police from pushing through. In Southern California, an encampment at UCLA has grown to hundreds of people. And USC has now canceled their main graduation ceremony due to the protests. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Well, let's take a live look this morning at Riverfront Park. And this shot just keeps getting more and more beautiful throughout the morning as the sun is peeking out from those clouds. Now, this is a view today, but yesterday, 4th graders from Spokane Public Schools invaded Riverfront Park to learn about its history and Expo 74. They saw the clock tower that was once part of a train station and had the chance to explore the pavilion and learn how Expo 74 reshaped Spokane. Now, the school district teamed up with Gonzaga for this real-life history lesson.
And the truth is, some of them have never been here to this iconic park of ours, and so getting to introduce them to this place. I'm born and raised Spokane, so it's pretty exciting for me.
Now, over the next week, all 4th and 7th graders in the district will be able to take the tour. Well, 4 News Now and our very own Mark Peterson happened to be interviewing Tim Welsh of Garco Construction. He was the project engineer building the pavilion 50 years ago, and he says it warms his heart to see all the kids learning about Expo 74. And so fun to see him out there learning firsthand.
Well, talking to Tim, and he goes, Mark, I was a 27-year-old civil engineer, and suddenly I'm in charge of this project. Of course, he knows the Trainer family and Dr. Trainer. His students from Gonzaga were all over the park explaining what the park was, how it came to be, it was a big educational for everybody. I learned stuff.
I bet.
And that's not easy. All right, good morning, everybody. Old dog new tricks, right? 47 degrees currently, and what a great day to have a nice hot cup of coffee. We're going to have temperatures. Oh, wait a minute. Every morning's a great time to have a hot cup of coffee. Sorry, lost my mind. 61 degrees, scattered showers. They really are not going to be as numerous as we thought a couple days ago. This thing has swung south as we had expected yesterday. 43 degrees for the overnight low. Wind's going to be light, not looking too bad. Nationally, Oklahoma is just fired up. Severe storms, and we're going to see a continuation of those roll through. Certainly, we're going to have more coverage of that also into Missouri when we look at GMA and Ginger's Z. She'll have the latest news on that because it's big. For us, it is rain showers, and we see those really into the Puget Sound. And then in our world, we see them north up into the Selkirks and making their way into the Rockies. And that is going to be some wet Idaho-Montana border from St. Mary's east and then north. For us, we're expecting to see a few scattered showers this afternoon. This is 12 noon. We see these things fire up. They are going to be, again, not as numerous as we originally anticipated, but certainly in existence. So it's going to really be hit and miss. Isn't that just a wonderful, accurate forecast for everyone? Saturday at 5 o'clock, looking to dry out. Sunday looking to be a nice day. 61 our high today. We're going to be in the upper 50s for North Idaho. We're going to be hovering around 60 degrees for a lot of our area. That goes for Saturday. That goes for Sunday. Then into the mid-50s Monday, breezy, and then warm up. We could see mid-60s by the middle of next week.
Sounds pretty nice.
That would be great.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
You bet.
Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:21. A big night for the NFL last night, where Washington Husky Michael Penix Jr. was selected in the first round of the NFL draft, and why it came as such a big surprise. We'll tell you next in sports.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Experience the thunderous excitement as 40 lucky winners walk away with up to $10,000 in cash and extra play cash prizes. Winners are announced at the Coeur d'Alene Casino on Saturday, April 27th at 7 p.m. You must be present to win.
Our spring savings event is happening now at George Gee Kia Spokane. Shop 170 new Kias in stock with more arriving daily. Take advantage of spring savings and lease a new Kia EV6 light long range all-wheel drive SUV for just $299 a month. Lease a new Kia Sportage Hybrid LX for just $399 a month. Visit the George Gee Kia team in Liberty Lake off I-90 or online anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
Looking for high quality and low prices? Then Furniture Row's Super 7-Day Sale is for you. That's 7 days to find huge savings on sofas and sectionals, accent chairs and recliners, dining groups, bar stools, bedrooms and kids' beds, mattresses, and adjustable bases. Complete the look with our massive selection of rugs and accessories. Plus, no interest financing until January 2029. Shop the largest selection at the lowest prices guaranteed. But don't wait. The Super 7-Day Sale at Furniture Row ends Thursday the 2nd.
I'm Mark Peterson, the Extreme Team and Horizon Credit Union, ready to take on our next job. If you know of a project that needs an Extreme Team makeover, go to KXLY.com to nominate it. Our thanks to Horizon Credit Union for sponsoring the 4 News Now Extreme Team.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic. Which car and driver calls fun to drive? There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
Experience the thunderous excitement as 40 lucky winners walk away with up to $10,000 in cash and extra play cash prizes. Winners are announced at the Coeur d'Alene Casino on Saturday, April 27th at 7 p.m. You must be present to win.
Welcome into Morning Sports. I'm Julian Minitzo. The biggest surprise of the first round of the NFL draft involved a Washington Husky. UW quarterback Michael Penix Jr. was drafted 8th overall by the Atlanta Falcons. Now, this move was a head-scratcher because Atlanta just signed NFL veteran Kirk Cousins to a 4-year, $180 million deal last month. But the Falcons believe in Penix, and he certainly has the credentials. He was a Heisman finalist and led the Huskies to a national championship game last season. Right after Penix, Washington wide receiver Rome Odunze was drafted 9th overall by the Chicago Bears. Odunze was an All-American who led the nation in receiving yards and set a UW record in receiving yards. Huskies offensive lineman Troy Fautanu was drafted 20th overall by the Pittsburgh Steelers. He grew up a fan of the Steelers and idolized Steelers great Troy Polamalu. The Seattle Seahawks got some much-needed help on the defensive line, taking defensive tackle Byron Murphy II from Texas with the 16th overall pick. Murphy was the Big 12 Defensive Lineman of the Year. year. He joined Seahawks new head coach Mike Macdonald, who has an extensive defensive background. Over in hoops, WSU forward Jalen Wells entered the transfer portal, according to ESPN. Wells declared for the NBA draft earlier this month, but now, if he returns to school, will not be coming back to WSU. He is the 12th player to leave the program since the season ended. And in another shocking move, former WSU women's star Charlize Ledger-Walker is transferring to UCLA, the same team that Ledger-Walker suffered a season-ending injury against this past season. Ledger-Walker is the third leading scorer in WSU history. And that'll wrap us up for Morning Sports.
And of course, the NFL Draft continues tonight here on 4 News Now. Catch a special edition of 4 News Now at 3 o'clock. Then you can catch your world news with David Muir at 3:30. Then rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL Draft start at 4 o'clock, where we'll likely find out where WSU recruit Jaden Hicks will be picked. Finally, stay tuned after the draft for a special edition of 4 News Now. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:26. Some people impacted by the Oregon Road fires in Elk say it feels like they've been living in camping since the fire, but now someone's stepping up to make sure everyone has a hot plate of food. The meaning behind their mission. That's next. Plus, Spokane Public Schools is hoping to try again to pass that bond. What improvements it says this money will go towards next. And before we go to break, here's a first look at what's coming up on Good Morning America at 7.
In this morning's GMA First Look,
Detroit! What up?
The NFL Draft having its moment in Detroit.
With the first pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Caleb Williams.
Chicago Bears seizing their opportunity to draft Heisman-winning quarterback Caleb Williams first overall. Fans in Chicago jubilant at their home stadium.
We're going to hit a home run on Caleb Williams, and it's going to be everything that we wanted it to be.
The old Bears are gone. It's the new Bears. Man up, baby. Let's go!
On a night full of emotion, it was a quarterback-heavy first round. A record 5 QBs taken in the first 10 selections.
The Washington Commanders select Jaden Daniels.
And coming up at 7 a.m., more highlights from the 2024 NFL Draft. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
I'm a guy who lost a bet and my dignity. As if watching my team lose wasn't punishment enough. What are you looking at, huh? What are you? It's a 1-speed. And if you have cut rate car insurance, odds are you'll be paying for that yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem, like me. Hey, I'm walking here.
Why always the couch? Does he need to go to puppy school? Get his little puppy diploma. How much have I been spending on this little guy?
When your questions about life turn into questions about money, there's Erica, the virtual financial assistant to help you spend, save, and plan smarter. Only from Bank of America. What would you like the power to do?
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Save your greed!
Things just keep getting better at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. Our all-new 175-room resort hotel is opening soon. Elevate your experience with luxurious accommodations, state-of-the-art amenities, and exquisite dining. Visit SpokaneTribeCasino.com for more details. You just win here.
Start living your life to the fullest by living simply in a tiny home from Portable Cedar Cabins. Less is truly more with all the amenities and comforts of a traditional home with a much smaller footprint. Each home is custom built and ready for you to move in and start enjoying the little things in life, including financial freedom. Homes from Portable Cedar Cabins are about half the price of the competition and about a quarter of the cost of a traditional home. Contact Portable Cedar Cabins today. Your worry-free tiny home is waiting for you just north of Spirit Lake, Idaho on Highway 41.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now. Get $5,000 total value on Silverado, LTZ, and High Country models when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Or during Chevy truck season, get as low as 0.9% financing in all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups.
See your hometown Chevy dealer today.
Things just keep getting better at Spokane Tribe Resort and Casino. Our all-new 175-room resort hotel is opening soon. Elevate your experience with luxurious accommodations, state-of-the-art amenities, and exquisite dining. Visit SpokaneTribeCasino.com for more details. You just win here.
From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
Good morning, Northwest. Thanks so much for starting your day with us. I'm Natalie Grant. It is Friday, April 26th. Robin has the morning off. Let's get over to Mark Peterson with a check of our first alert forecast. Here are some great live shots out there this morning.
Yeah, except for the one where this is, I mean, we've been talking about this every concert you go to, right? You get the one right behind the pillar. 46 degrees, 47 with, again, a nice blue patch there and some cloud cover. And that's going to be our day today as we take a look at the 4 things you need to know. It's going to be clouds and mild. We'll get some sun breaks, isolated showers this afternoon. More so for Idaho, the mountains of Idaho and the central panhandle, but for Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, mostly dry weekend, really. 49 currently into the valley, 46 into Coeur d'Alene, 47 Deer Park. Temperatures very, very nice, very mild. We are expecting, again, to see this moisture continue into parts of the mountainous regions of Idaho and into Montana. And we do have higher, I mean, it's above 4,000 feet when it comes to snow level. And we're seeing some fresh snow, but out of our area, and scattered showers to the north making their way, those showers into Colville. So for today, into the mid-40s heading out. We're going to warm up quickly by 10 o'clock near 50 degrees. We're going to be 60 for much of the afternoon. And our high today is going to be 61 degrees. That's still about average for this time of year.
Mark, thanks. Spokane Public Schools is now considering adding a new bond to the November election. In February, the district asked voters for $200 million to rebuild 2 schools and update other campuses. Now, that bond failed. Earlier this week, the board floated the idea of asking voters to only pay for the 2 oldest schools to be replaced, citing a critical need considering the buildings are about 100 years old. Now, board members acknowledge the massive jump in property values that are raising taxes for homeowners. The board estimates this new plan would cost about $75 million after funds come in from the state. Think of it as paying for a cup of coffee a month instead of every week. The SPS board plans to meet again to discuss this idea. If they go for it, they'd have to file by August 6th to make the November ballot. The North County Food Pantry in Elk has started a hot meal delivery service for people who lost everything in the Oregon Road fire. A team of volunteers cook and deliver hot dinners to people who are now living in RVs or temporary housing every Tuesday and Thursday evening. Now, the service started less than a month ago, and the pantry is already serving 16 families in the Bern area. The director of the food pantry says they want to help people who don't have kitchen appliances, like Annie, who lost her home, along with her favorite knife set, kitchen utensils, and so much more.
Well, it felt like I was camping the first couple of weeks. I felt like I can't make a whole meal. I'm just camping and it's just me. So it's been different. You know, I'm a retired person that was real comfortable in my house. And now I'm like a kid again, camping on my own property. But I'm thankful to be on my own property.
The director of the North County Food Pantry stresses that they are in need of donations to help more families just like Annie. For information about how you can make a difference, head to our website, KXLY.com.
Yes, they do.
Well, grizzly bears are coming back to the North Cascades thanks to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife. Now, grizzly bears occupied the North Cascades region for thousands of years as a key part of the ecosystem. Through the last confirmed sighting of the grizzly bears, it was in the U.S. part of the North Cascades, was back in 1996. Over the next 5 to 10 years, agencies will give 25 bears from the Rocky Mountains or interior British Columbia to a new home in the North Cascades. This can be done thanks to a redesign of grizzlies in the region as a non-essential experimental population. There is no set timeline for when those bears will be moving in, but the Park Service says they'll be sure to share that news with the public when they start the process. $1 million. That's how much money the Spokane Fire Department is getting to battle opioid addiction as part of an opioid settlement to the city. $500,000 will be used to extend its CARES program, allowing it to hire 3 full-time employees, upping its caseload capacity from 600 to 1,500. Right now, the team only has 1 full-time employee. The other half of this funding will go towards additional wraparound addiction treatment services, especially for those people stuck in the cycle of addiction, jail, and homelessness.
Expand into providing services more for people that are experiencing homelessness, people that are struggling with a substance use disorder, and really working with people that need more consistent response than the students can provide.
Now, while this is a step forward to fighting the city's opioid crisis, the city says it is one of many it is working on. Othello police have arrested 15 suspected sex buyers in a weeks-long operation focused on reducing the demand for commercial sex. Now, charges include patronizing a prostitute, promoting prostitution, resisting arrest, forgery, and domestic violence no-contact order violations. Othello PD says the arrests are part of its role as an affiliate of the FBI Human Trafficking Task Force. You can find more information about the people who were arrested on KXLY.com. In news around the nation this morning, the sex crimes conviction of Harvey Weinstein, who was at one point considered the most powerful producer in Hollywood, has been overturned by a New York appeals court. The judge said the trial court erroneously allowed testimony of uncharged and alleged prior sexual acts against persons other than the complainants. Some victim advocates and women who have made claims about Weinstein reacted to this decision. Weinstein's legal team says they're happily surprised.
This is what it's like to be a woman in America, living with male entitlement to our bodies. This today is an act of institutional betrayal, and our institutions betray survivors of male sexual violence.
But this was so much more than Harvey Weinstein for us and for the justice system.
Now, Weinstein does remain in prison, serving a 23-year sentence in this case. If he's released in New York, he would then be in the hands of corrections in California, where he was also convicted of sex offenses in Los Angeles and sentenced to 16 years in prison there. Republican attorney generals from 17 states filed a lawsuit Thursday against the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. It's over a new rule under the Pregnant Workers Fairness Act that requires employers to provide accommodations for a worker getting an abortion. The Attorney General of Tennessee said in a statement the abortion mandate is, quote, unconstitutional federal overreach that infringes on existing state laws. The EEOC specified that the act is a workplace anti-discrimination lawsuit. Now, Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:37. Let's check back in with Mark Peterson here. You're tracking some winds this morning. Doesn't look too bad.
Or lack of winds. That's really the key here. We're not going to have windy conditions, so while we'll have some clouds and isolated showers, we're going to have winds to go along with that. So looking pretty good. Take a live look outside. We've got the cloud cover, no doubt about it. But we also have some breaks in the clouds. We'll have a full look at the forecast coming up.
And still to come, why a long-awaited mission to the International Space Station could be right around the corner. We have those details next on Good Morning Northwest.
Connect with 4 News Now on KXLY+.
No slam dunk today, it looks like. Don't worry, I can fix this.
We want to make sure that you're really winning. We don't receive a penny until you get paid.
One call, that's all. 509-999-9999.
Home. It's both a place and a feeling. At yours, you strive to make new memories, create traditions, share stories, find the fun, embrace the surprises, and celebrate moments big and small. Memories are made at home, in every room, in every moment. Make your house feel like home at the Tin Roof.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andy's priority. From installation to repair and even preventative maintenance. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
A 4th grade grade teacher arrested for domestic violence. She violated a restraining order and failed a drug test. After all that, why was she allowed back into a Spokane classroom? Natalie Grant investigates. Wednesday only on 4 News Now at 6.
It's the place where memories are created, where families gather to pass on traditions, or young couples celebrate their new home. At Northwest Granite, we understand the kitchen is the most important room where these moments happen, which is why our designers spend quality time in helping you find the perfect cabinets and countertops at a great price to create life moments just like this. Northwest Granite.
Spring is in full bloom at Ritter's with acres of trees, shrubs, and perennials. Greenhouses bursting with flowers for containers and bedding. Exquisite fountains, benches, and sculptures. Experienced experts to help you choose what to grow at your home. And all 3-gallon and larger rhododendrons and azaleas are 25% off. So come up to Ritter's. Ritter's Garden and Gift on North Division.
This year, beat the summer rush and get your decking early at Spring Savings from the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop for wood.
Get it done now so you can enjoy it when the sun comes out. From Windsor.
Welcome back. The time is now 6:40. Boeing's Starliner spacecraft is preparing for a historic astronaut launch after years of delays and setbacks. The long-awaited mission is on track to carry 2 NASA astronauts, Suni Williams and Butch Wilmore, to the International Space Station. Now, if successful, the Starliner will join SpaceX's Crew Dragon spacecraft in making routine trips to the space station, keeping the orbiting outpost fully staffed with astronauts from NASA and its partner space agencies. The mission is scheduled to take off from Florida as soon as May 6, but NASA administrators emphasize the launch will take place, quote, when we're ready. Well, check out this stunning new image of glowing gas emitted by a dying star. The image of the Little Dumbbell Nebula with its unique namesake shape was captured by the Hubble Space Telescope. The portrait may also include evidence of that the star gobbled up another star in form of stellar cannibalism before it collapsed. NASA released the image to celebrate the 34th anniversary of the Space's observatory launch on April 24th, 1990. Now, to date, the telescope has made 1.6 million observations.
Same amount of pictures I have on my iPhone. All right, good morning. Your 10-second takeaway going to be clouds and mild today. It'll be funnier later. Light layers and maybe shades occasionally. 61 our high today.
Well, this story sure has gotten a lot of buzz. The West Plains beekeepers made an unbelievable rescue of some bees that ended up on the side of Highway 902, just west of I-90. The Department of Transportation says whoever was transporting them somehow lost 4 hives and left them behind. Now, it was a sticky situation, but the beekeepers averted any sort of hive jinx. I know. That might be a record for the most puns in a script. Your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:42. A Utah cat went on an accidental trip to California. How her owners say she ended up in an Amazon return package. It's coming up next on Good Morning Northwest.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Our spring savings event is happening now at George Gee Kia Spokane. Shop 170 new Kias in stock with more arriving daily. Take advantage of spring savings and lease a new Kia EV6 light long range all-wheel drive SUV for just $299 a month. Lease a new Kia Sportage Hybrid LX for just $399 a month. Visit the George Gee Kia team in Liberty Lake off I-90 or online anytime at SpokaneKia.com.
One of the best times of the year to give your home an upgrade with some fresh new looks during the Spring Store-wide Savings Event at Walker's.
Come see the new styles that just arrived. Plus, take advantage of all last year model closeout and clearance items up to 70% off. With 5 years special financing available and no money down.
It's the perfect time to furnish your life for less and add some comfort and style to your home during the Spring Store-wide Savings Event at Walker's.
Luxurious Karastan carpets are just the footing you need to live beautifully. And now, during National Karastan Month, you can save beautifully. Use your exclusive rebate to receive up to $1,000 back on select styles of Karastan carpets and the flawless craftsmanship of Luxcraft hard surface flooring. Live beautifully, save beautifully with Karastan.
And right now, save up to $1,000 on Karastan flooring at Panhandle Carpet One, West Appleway, Coeur d'Alene.
Considering a new air conditioner? Before you commit, call Bill's Heating and AC. We're elevating efficiency and savings by matching heat pump prices to any local air conditioner quotes and setting a new standard for comfort. Why heat pumps? Similar to ACs, they offer high efficiencies to heat and cool your home for a lower cost. And with the purchase of qualifying equipment, you may be eligible to receive a 25C tax credit of up to $3,200. Don't miss out. Call Bill's Heating and AC for your free quote now.
When Fred's advertises it, we've got it. Fred's warehouses are loaded with inventory. When your fridge stops working, you need a new one, and you need it now. Fred's has them in stock. The box stores never have this much inventory on hand. You can wait weeks for delivery. At Fred's, get your new appliance the next day. Fred's always has the guaranteed lowest price and shows you competitors' prices on our price tags. Fred's Appliance. We sell appliances, only appliances.
4 News Now is brought to you by the Sweet Palace and Sapphire Jewelry in Phillipsburg, Montana.
Welcome back. It's now 6:45, and here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Hitting the brakes on Wall Street, slower than expected growth for the U.S. economy, slowing down the stock markets. The Dow closed down Thursday nearly 1%. The S&P dropped nearly 1.5%, and the NASDAQ fell 0.6%. New Commerce Department numbers show the GDP growing at 1.6%, its slowest pace in nearly 2 years. We're growing much faster than that, though. Profits at the parent company of Google, Alphabet, earned more than $23.6 billion in the first quarter, up 57% from a year ago. And for the first time ever, the company says it will start paying shareholders a dividend. And we may not be even close to summer yet, but Home Depot is looking to scare up some sales for Halloween. Showing up in stores now, marking 6 months until the holidays. Some of Home Depot's favorite Halloween decorations, including a 12-foot skeleton and his 7-foot skeleton dog, are already showing up. Well, this dog, named Nikki, had a bit of a rough day. According to the Spokane Valley Fire Department, Nikki fell down an 8-foot storm drain while out on a walk. Firefighters, thankfully, were able to rescue her and reunite her with her family. And check this out. A Utah couple thought their cat, Galena, was missing for a week. When they thought all was lost, the feline's microchip was found 650 miles away in California. It turns out she was accidentally shipped with shoes they were going to return to Amazon.
She was trapped in an Amazon package. We had no idea, so Matt took her to took the package to the drop-off without knowing that our dear cat was inside.
Now, thankfully, an Amazon employee found Galena and took care of her until the family could be reunited. Galena went 6 days without food or water in that box, but good news, she's fully recovered and is back to her old sneaky self. If you want to make sure that this doesn't happen to your furry friends, today the City of Spokane will be hosting a free pet microchipping event at City Hall. According to the City of Spokane, pets with microchips are 3 times more likely to reunite with their families if they get lost or sent in an Amazon package. The event runs from noon until 3 p.m. Well, let's take a live look right now over Spokane here. You can see the sun trying to peek out from those clouds there as you can just barely see the pavilion rising up from the trees.
Yeah, sun's been up for an hour and 8 minutes, by the way, just to give you a heads up. 5:40, doing the math for you. Mild start to the day, not bad. All right, let's take a look at the current conditions. Again, with cloud cover and filtered sunshine. 47 degrees in Deer Park, 40 into Cheney, and then we have temperatures in the upper 40s along the I-90 corridor all the way into Idaho. Whew, that was a lot. Now, our forecast today, it's going to be 61 for the high, 60s an average high, and those averages are based on 30 years of records. And then tonight, temperatures down to 43 degrees, winds are going to be light. So the winds aren't going to play a big part in our forecast, but isolated and scattered showers will. It is severe weather that's moving in through parts of Nebraska, also into Oklahoma, making its way into areas around Missouri. It is going to be, again, one of those days where we'll have that line of severe weather that continues to push eastward. For us, it's not severe, but wet weather that's coming into parts of Idaho and Montana. It has skirted around Spokane again. We have that other area going up into the Selkirks by Colville. So we're going to see light rain showers there. None of this is heavy, and it won't be consistent for us. We're going to see spotty and scattered showers coming across from noon to 4, really, and right now the model's saying 2 to 4. We're going to see that opportunity for those pockets of showers where we have, you know, the grapple and breezy conditions at that time in and around that event, maybe some light rain, and then you'll see the sun over there. So that's what we've got. Saturday looking pretty good, relatively dry. I saw a 20% chance of showers, and then Sunday looks to have about a 10% chance. Otherwise, it's going to be dry, looking good. Highs going to be hovering around 60, low to mid 60s from Ritzville to Moses Lake. Tri-City 68, the LC Valley, you're going to be at 67 degrees, looking pretty nice. Now, Saturday 60, 59 on Sunday, and then Monday, the cooler day, breezy, transitional, 56, and then we start warming back up again into potentially the mid 60s by the middle of next week.
Not bad at all.
No, it really is a cloudy but mild forecast.
That sounds great. Thanks, Mark. Well, your Good Morning Northwest time right now is 6:50. Your morning sprint is coming up next. Thanks so much for waking up with us here on Good Morning Northwest to kick off your Friday. We'll be right back.
Live stream KXLY Plus on the 4 News Now app.
Our spring savings event is happening now at George Gee Kia Spokane.
A 4th grade teacher arrested for domestic violence. She violated a restraining order and failed a drug test. After all that, why was she allowed back into a Spokane classroom? Natalie Grant investigates. Wednesday only on 4 News Now at 6.
Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical guarantees to keep your home safe and warm. Your comfort is Andy's priority. From installation to repair and even preventative maintenance. Andy's Heating, Cooling, Electrical, your trusted Carrier experts since 1972.
Please welcome Christian Slater. Your new movie is about Pop-Tarts.
We all want to know the history of Pop-Tarts, right? I hadn't had one probably since I was 7.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Watch Kelly today at a special time.
I think at Hospice of Spokane, it's not just a job, it's a career, but it's also a passion. Nurses, the social workers, the chaplains, the health aides, they just do a phenomenal job, and they get to know the clients. They don't come to treat just the client, they come to embrace the family as a whole.
To serve with the region's #1 hospice team, visit hospiceofspokane.org.
For years, the hometown Chevy dealers at 4 News Now Extreme Team have brought to life the dreams of baseball enthusiasts all over our region, and this year is no exception. Diamonds and Dreams has rebuilt baseball fields for little leaguers, schools, and small communities with limited resources. Without the help of numerous volunteers and the added funding from hometown Chevy, these projects would not exist. Join us as we celebrate over 10 years of baseball and Chevrolet. Stop in at one of the hometown Chevy dealers and let them know you appreciate their support.
It's spring decking season, which means the best time to get the best selection and savings before the summer rush hits. From the decking pros at Windsor Plywood.
It's time to shop, shop for wood.
Shop where the contractors go for the best ideas to make your backyard beautiful for summer. From a great selection of aluminum and iron rod railing to the best quality decking choices, Windsor Plywood is the one-stop shop to get it done.
Windsor Plywood.
Get away to paradise. 2 different winners will win a share of just over $10,000 cash. 2 nights in a cabin and a 2-day pontoon rental at 2 Rivers Resort. Learn more at Mistaqua.com.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest morning sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
The time right now is 6:53, and it's time to get you ready to take on your Friday in the morning sprint. You could be voting on a new stool bond this November. Mark Peterson has a look at your weekend forecast. But first, the Supreme Court is now considering former President Donald Trump's unprecedented legal defense that he has absolute immunity from alleged attempts to overturn the 2020 election because he was acting in his official duties as president. Lawyers for special counsel Jack Smith arguing no president is above the law. Conservative judges, while not fully embracing Trump's defense, maintain the president needs some protections from prosecution. Good Morning America will have a closer look at this story coming up in just a few minutes. Well, TikTok's Chinese parent company said it won't sell the social media platform as the United States ban looms. On Thursday, ByteDance denied plans to sell after reports surfaced it was exploring the sale of TikTok's U.S. business without the algorithm that recommends videos to users. It's the first official response from the Beijing-based company on the issue since President Joe Biden signed the bill that could lead to the nationwide ban.
Waking up to a mild start in our First Alert Weather, and the First Alert Weather app still valid, still available. It's free in the App Store. Temperatures very mild. We have upper 40s for the most part. Cheney, you've just slipped into the 30s at 39 degrees, still warmer than we've seen over the last couple of weeks. When we look at our radar, it's still energy and still showers with higher elevation mountain snows along the Idaho-Montana border and also north of Spokane, making its way into that northeast corner. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to see clouds, isolated scattered showers this afternoon, and a high of 61.
Spokane Public Schools is now considering adding a new bond to the November election. In February, the district asked voters for $200 million to rebuild 2 schools and update other campuses. That bond failed. Earlier this week, the board floated the idea of asking voters to only pay for the 2 oldest schools to be replaced, citing a critical need, considering the buildings are about 100 years old. Now, board members acknowledge the massive jump in property values that are raising taxes for homeowners. The board estimates this new plan would cost about $75 million after funds come in from the state. Now, the SPS board plans to meet again to discuss this idea. If they go for it, they'd have to file by August 6th to make it on the November ballot. Othello police have arrested 15 suspected sex buyers in a weeks-long operation focused on reducing the demand for commercial sex. Charges include patronizing a prostitute, promoting prostitution, resisting arrest, forgery, and a domestic violence no-contact order violations. Othello PD says the arrests are part of its role as an affiliate of the FBI Human Trafficking Task Force. You can find more information about the people who were arrested on KXLY.com. Well, grizzly bears are coming back to the North Cascades thanks to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife. Now, grizzly bears occupy the North Cascades region for thousands of years as a key part of the ecosystem. Though the last confirmed sighting of a grizzly bear in the U.S. part of the North Cascades was back in 1996. Over the next 5 to 10 years, agencies will give 25 bears from the Rocky Mountains or the interior British Columbia a new home in the North Cascades. This can be done thanks to a redesignation of grizzlies in the region as a non-essential experimental population. There is no set timeline for when those bears will be moving in. The North County Food Pantry in Elk has started a hot meal delivery service for people who lost everything in the Oregon Road fire. The service started less than a month ago, and the pantry is already feeding 16 families in the area. For information about how you can help make a difference, visit our website, KXLY.com. Friends of the Library's book sale continues today, and you can get a book for as low as $1 at the Spokane Friends of the Library book sale. It's at the Shadle Park Library. It's open to everyone today from 10 to 4:30 and Saturday from 10 to 1. And in Idaho, the Friends of the Community Library Network semi-annual book sale starts today. All the money it makes will sponsor grant requests to support library programming for both kids and adults. Head to the Hayden Library from 3 to 7 today and Saturday from 10 to 3. And tonight, the NFL Draft continues here on 4 News Now. First, catch a special edition of 4 News Now at 3. Then you got World News at 3:30. Then it's rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL Draft, followed by a special edition of 4 News Now.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
Roundup's like an accidental savings account.
But how much can you really save?
Yeah, I mean, whoa.
Wow. Honeymoon phase over already, huh?
You know, these things normally take a while to figure out, and these kind of...
Let's just settle this whole ordeal right now.
We get you compensated fairly and only get paid after you win.
With Craig Swap and Associates, it's always one call, that's all.
509-999-9999.
The block is landing April 15th to the 28th.
Join the flock and turn the town pink for Ronald McDonald House families. Scan the QR code to donate today.
All right, taking a live look outside. That is going to be our day today. Really, clouds on the move with some breaks in between some of the clouds and some isolated showers just for fun. Looks to be later on this afternoon that we're going to see those showers, maybe between 2 and 4 o'clock. High today is going to be 61. We're going to be in the upper 50s all afternoon, so that looks pretty nice. For today, 61 should be drier. Saturday, clouds 60. The Garland Business District doing a huge cleanup tomorrow morning starting at 9:30. You get some free coffee, bring your gloves, get ready to go to work. High's going to be near 60 Sunday, and then we're going to warm up for the middle of next week.
Thanks so much for starting your day right here with us on Good Morning Northwest. We'll see you throughout the GMA. That starts right now.